practice today?
Yeah, I thought again, I really thought today was another good day. I really do. I don't think we took any steps backwards. I think there's still a lot of learning going on, but overall very pleased again. They're tired, and tomorrow we have the day off, which I think comes at the right time, but they're they're pushing through it. And again, I thought the energy level was up, and they were very focused. And so it was 4 productive days before our first day off, so that's a good thing.
What was sort of the emphasis today in practice?
Well, we did a little more blitz, put in some blitz pickup, things for the first time, and worked on some of that. So again, there's going to be a lot of great teaching off of that, but emphasize some third downs today, and again, it was a lot of young guys in there trying to pick up a lot of stuff, So, but overall, again, even with kind of the new things that we did today, I thought it was really good.
On offense, you start to see the kind of cohesion you want to see getting up in the season.
I think so. I think that obviously we're putting a huge emphasis on running the football, and I feel like that's definitely baby steps in progress, but we're getting better, in my opinion. And I feel like there was a lot of leadership this summer apparently that happened, which is good. We don't have a lot of seniors that started, but we've got some guys that have had some good success, as I've said earlier. So I think that's kind of turning into the leadership and kind of the cohesiveness that you need with guys like Philip Letzenkirk and Ontario and guys like that. So it's come along.
Clint arm still okay?
Yes.
Is Eric Mack out there today?
No.
Is he still with the team and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Again, like I said yesterday, he's working through some tough times, and we're all over it. We're on top of it.
How about John Sullivan? Did he go today?
No, he didn't. He was out there, but he was working out, just again doing some rehab things.
Have you seen any separation in the quarterback battle at all?
No, it's too early to say that there is. Again, we're still in the installation phase of so many things. And so typically, you have a better idea as you get further along and you've installed, a good percentage of your offense. And, we're not there yet.
Jonathan Wallace continuing to pick things up pretty well for a freshman.
I'm really proud of him. I'll tell you, I really am. He made a couple of really nice throws again today. And, he's making his share of freshman mistakes, but he's into it. He's a football guy, and he's trying to soak it up every day. And so, very pleased with his his improvement.
Some of his teammates talk about that they're amazed at just his maturity, I guess would be the best way.
Well,
but did y'all guys know that when you signed him?
He's had a lot of success. His high school team had a lot of success, and he's just one of those guys that loves football. So he's out there, and he's really, again, he's trying to embrace every minute, and take care of, and embrace every learning opportunity. And I think that's for a young guy to come in and do that, whether it's a quarterback or anybody else, but he embraces that, and so guys really appreciate that. They know when guys come in here and work hard and really try to learn and soak up football knowledge, and he does that. He loves it.
How gratifying is that when you got a guy that could have to be the number 3 quarterback who could have to play if things happen?
Yeah, it's really nice to see. As a coach, that's what you want. When you bring guys in, that's you appreciate that in guys. You appreciate guys that love the game and they try to study it and learn it. And obviously it's important at every position, but particularly the quarterback position. So just really good to see a young guy come in, and he's very enthusiastic every day about going out and practicing and getting his reps, which aren't a whole lot, but when he gets in there, he's learned a lot in 4 days.
One of the things you talked about needing to see is another receiver step up besides Emory. How's that going?
I think Trevon Reed is really, I think he's coming along. And, Quan Bray's done some nice things. you know, we got to have them all step up. Sammy's got to step up. Jalen Denson's got to step up. Ricardo Lewis has got to step up. Melvin Ray. I mean, they all, you know, they're all learning. But, you know, Trevon, I think, really came into camp in really good shape. And he just seems more comfortable out there. It seems like he, you know, he's kind of figuring the college game out now, which, you know, we've been waiting on that. And I'm not saying he's arrived, but he's certainly shown, you know, steps that he's growing up.
Are the linebackers, how are they doing as a group?
You know, again, a lot of learning going on. You still got some very young guys in there. And so it's a work in progress. That would probably be the best way to put it. And we've got to have production. And so they've got a ways to go, along with a lot of other positions. So they're really not different than most positions on our team. But you know, every day they're getting better and they're learning. But there's a lot of growing pains there. And you know, again, you know, we're expecting some young guys to play for us. So they got to step up, and they've got to take their game to another level.
We hear more and talk more about nickels now than we did 10 years ago. Do you feel like that's kind of the new thing in football overall?
Well, I think that, you know, in the game of football now, you're always trying to, you know, it's a game of matchups when you come right down to it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Defensively, any defensive guy will tell you that it's a game of matchups. So if they're bringing in extra speed on the field, then, you know, naturally that would be the wise thing to do defensively. So many teams now are going to 3 wide, 4 wide, and some, you know, 5 wide, or what we call empty sets, where there's no backs in the backfield. It could be a back out there or whatnot. But the bottom line is you got to cover in space. So your nickels, and you know, whether you bring in a 5th DB or a 6th DB, I think you see a lot more than you did, you know, 10 years ago. So I'm not sure that, you know, nickel is not taught in there with your base defense. I mean, for everybody. You know, as a base thought, because of so many teams and offensively what they do.
Gene, this year in particular, in SEC, with Texas A&M, Missouri, Ole Miss, you're going to see a lot of those, probably more of those kinds of offenses than you've ever seen at one time. You're going away from it. But how does the fact that you guys have seen so much of that stuff over the last 3 years, how does that help you?
Well, I think to a certain degree it helps because, you know, we've faced, you know, the Clemsons of the world before when you're playing predominantly the whole game in nickel. They're not the only ones that we've done that with, but, you know, it helps in the fact that you know you're going to see those type of offenses. Now, they're all different. Missouri's offense is not going to be the same as Ole Miss's, and, you know, they're not going to be the same as Clemson, you know, so, again, it's that word that I'm not sure what it means when you say spread, because everybody's got a different version of it. But again, typically, if you're bringing in 3 wideouts or more, you know, in your offensive formations, then, you know, again, your nickel and dime packages really come into play. And just over the years, I mean, as we just talked about, there's so many people that are going to them. So, you know, we've played quite a few teams, you know, in the last 2 years, the last 3 years that, you know, that do that.
Which linebacker will come out when you do that? When
Which
you go to
linebacker?
nickel? Yeah.
It just depends. You know, it'll depend. And really it gets down to matchups. And, you know, we don't really have a designated, you know, we're going to put what 2 guys fit. If you leave 2 linebackers in the game, which 2 fit the best for what you're trying to get done? So it's not there's a designated guy, you are out, or this position is out. You know, it really comes down to what 2 do you want in there.
Anything else?
Hey, one more quick one on Eric Mack. Do you think he's going to be back? I mean, are you expecting him like to play this year?
You know, again, we're on top of what his status is right now, and we're just going to take it day by day and see. But there's been no definitive decisions made yet with Eric.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.